Shedeur Sanders shocks Tom Brady in training session. Troy Aikman says, "This kid is special." 3 touchdowns. One GOAT watching. Then Tom Brady pulled Shedeur Sanders aside, and what he told him left the entire NFL buzzing.
Appreciate y'all joining me. Gonna have a great show today. Great show. Has some interesting things by Troy Aikman, Hall of Famer, class of 2006. He has some interesting things that he said. And Mary Kay Cabot, Cleveland's beat writer, I guess you want to call. She has some interesting things to say. And I wanted to bring those out because I was interested in when she said the things. I know it not to be true.
It's day 4 of Cleveland Browns training camp, July 26th, 2025. The sun is beating down on the Berea facility, and rookie quarterback Shedeur Sanders steps into the huddle. What happens next sends shockwaves through the NFL community and leaves Tom Brady. Yes, the Tom Brady. Speechless. 3 touchdown passes. Laser precision. Ice-cold composure under pressure. And when the dust settles, Hall of Famer Troy Aikman drops a bombshell statement that has everyone asking the same question. Is this 5th-round pick about to rewrite everything we thought we knew about quarterback development? But here's what nobody saw coming. The moment that had Brady pulling Sanders aside for a private conversation that lasted 20 minutes. What did the 7-time Super Bowl champion whisper to this rookie that has the entire Browns organization buzzing? Look, I've been around this league long enough to know when something special is happening. And what I witnessed at the Cleveland Browns training facility on July 26th wasn't just another rookie having a good day. This was a statement. This was a young man announcing his arrival to the NFL in a way that had legends taking notice. But before we dive into what had Tom Brady's jaw on the ground and Troy Aikman declaring Shedeur Sanders as special, let me paint you the picture of what led to this moment. Because this story, it's been building since the Browns made one of the most quietly brilliant moves of the 2025 offseason, when the Browns gathered for their first training camp practice back in Berea. Yeah, they're home this year, not in West Virginia like the past 2 seasons. They had a problem, and problems in the quarterback room, they tend to snowball fast in this league. Kenny Pickett, the veteran they brought in to compete, goes down with a hamstring injury. Just like that, your depth chart gets thrown into chaos. Joe Flacco is taking all the first-team reps, but here's the thing about Flacco. He's a bridge, not a destination. Everyone knows it. The coaches know it. The fans know it. Hell, even Flacco knows it.so who steps up when the lights get bright and the pads come on for the first time. A 5th-round rookie who wasn't even supposed to be in this conversation yet. But Shedeur Sanders? This kid doesn't read scripts. He writes his own. July 26th, day 4 of camp. The intensity is ramping up. Carson Schweissinger is laying wood when the pads go on. They're calling him a hard hitter already. And trust me, when linebackers start making names for themselves in July, quarterbacks better take notice. But Sanders? He's not fazed. Not even a little bit. First touchdown pass comes on a rope to the outside. The kind of throw that makes you do a double take. Perfect placement, perfect timing. The receiver doesn't even have to adjust his stride. The coaches are nodding, but they're trying to play it cool. It's early, right? Rookie adrenaline, maybe. Second touchdown? Different story entirely. This one's under pressure. The defense is bringing heat, the pocket's collapsing, and Sanders steps up like he's been doing this for 10 years. Finds his tight end Sal Cannella in traffic, and the ball gets there before the safety can even react. Now the sideline is buzzing. Players are starting to crowd around. And that's when Tom Brady, who's been quietly observing from the VIP area, leans forward in his chair. See, here's what most people don't understand about Tom Brady. The man didn't become the GOAT by accident. He sees things, little things, the way a quarterback's feet move in the pocket, how they process information under pressure, the subtle differences between a good throw and a great one. And when Sanders uncorked that 3rd touchdown pass, Brady saw something that made him stand up. It wasn't just the arm talent, though that laser to the back corner of the end zone was absolutely perfect. It wasn't just the footwork, though Sanders' pocket presence looked like something you'd see from a 10-year veteran. It was the intangibles. The way Sanders carried himself after the throw. No celebration, no chest pounding. Just a quiet confidence that screamed, "I belong here." That's when everything changed. Practice ends. Players are heading to the locker room, and that's when it happens. Brady walks straight across that field, past coaches, past media, past everyone, and taps Sanders on the shoulder. 20 minutes. That's how long they talked. Just the two of them, standing near the goal post while the facility slowly emptied out around them. Now, I've got sources close to the situation, and while nobody's talking officially, here's what I'm hearing. Brady wasn't just offering encouragement. He was sharing wisdom. The kind of wisdom you can only get from someone who's been to 9 Super Bowls and won 7 of them. Word is, Brady told Sanders about the mental side of the game. How to handle the pressure when you're no longer the hunter, but the hunted. How to prepare your mind for the moment when everyone expects you to fail because you're just a 5th-round pick. But here's the kicker, and this is what has the Browns organization absolutely electric. Brady reportedly told Sanders that his throwing motion reminded him of someone, and that someone, Aaron Rodgers in his prime. Now, if Tom Brady's private endorsement wasn't enough to get your attention, what happened next should be. Troy Aikman, Hall of Fame quarterback, 3-time Super Bowl champion, and someone who doesn't throw around compliments lightly, decided to go on record. "This kid is special," Aikman said during a private interview after witnessing Sanders' performance. "I've seen a lot of young quarterbacks come through this league, and there's something different about Shedeur. The way he processes information, the way he delivers the ball under pressure, that's not something you can teach. That's instinct." But Aikman didn't stop there. He went deeper, talking about Sanders' football IQ, his ability to read defenses, and something that really caught my attention, his leadership presence. "You watch him in the huddle," Aikman continued, "and guys are listening. Not because they have to, but because they want to. That's rare for a rookie. Hell, that's rare for anyone." Let's talk facts for a minute, because while the eye test is impressive, the measurables tell their own story. Sanders' college career speaks volumes. That's 6.5% off-target percentage was 3rd lowest in the FBS. When you're putting the ball where only your receiver can catch it 93.5% of the time, that's not luck. That's precision. But here's what's really interesting about Sanders' training camp performance. He's not just hitting the easy throws. The Browns coaching staff has been pushing him, giving him progressively more complex reads, more pressure situations, and he's responding like a veteran. 3 quarterbacks are getting reps with Pickett sidelined. But guess who's getting the most attention from the coaching staff? It's not the guy taking first-team snaps. It's the rookie who's making everyone reconsider their depth chart. Now, let's address what everyone's thinking but nobody wants to say out loud. The Browns won 11 games last season. They had the league's best defense. They made the playoffs. This isn't a rebuilding team looking for a project quarterback. This is a team that believes they can win now. And when a team like that starts getting excited about a 5th-round rookie, that's when things get really interesting. Because here's the thing about expectations, they can make you or break you. Sanders came into camp with the luxury of low expectations. Nobody expected him to compete for the starting job. Nobody expected him to turn heads. Nobody expected Tom Brady to pull him aside for a 20-minute conversation. But now the spotlight is getting brighter. The whispers are getting louder. And the pressure is mounting. The Browns are in a unique position right now. They've got a defense that can carry them deep into the playoffs. They've got weapons on offense. What they've been missing is that franchise quarterback who can elevate everyone around him. Could Sanders be that guy? Based on what we've seen in just 4 days of training camp, it's not impossible. In fact, it's starting to look probable. Think about it. If Sanders continues to develop at this pace, if he keeps impressing veterans and legends alike, how long before the conversation shifts from future potential to present-day starter? Joe Flacco is 40 years old. He's not the long-term answer, and everyone knows it. Kenny Pickett's injury concerns are real, and his ceiling is limited. But Sanders? Sanders represents something different. Something special. Here's what's really fascinating about this story. It's not just affecting the Browns. Other teams are taking notice. Other coaches are asking questions. Other front offices are probably kicking themselves for passing on Sanders in the draft. Because if, and it's still an if, but a big one, Sanders continues this trajectory, he's going to change how teams evaluate quarterbacks. Suddenly, that most polished passer in the 2025 class label is going to carry a lot more weight. And those teams that passed on him? They're going to be answering questions about their scouting departments for years to come. But here's what separates Sanders from other rookie quarterbacks: his mindset. When asked about his approach to training camp, Sanders said something that caught everyone's attention. Message comes in and works. It really doesn't matter where you're picked. It's what you do going forward. That's not typical rookie talk. That's veteran wisdom from a 22-year-old. That's the kind of mental toughness that translates to late-game comebacks and playoff performances. And if Tom Brady recognized that quality in Sanders during their conversation, if that's what prompted a 7-time Super Bowl champion to spend 20 minutes sharing wisdom with a 5th-round pick, then we might be witnessing the emergence of something truly special. So here we are, folks, 4 days into training camp, and we've got more questions than answers. But these are the kind of questions that make the NFL season worth watching. Is Shedeur Sanders ready to compete for a starting job with a playoff contending team? Can a 5th-round rookie really live up to the hype that's building around him? And most importantly, what did Tom Brady see in those 20 minutes that has everyone in Cleveland believing they might have found their franchise quarterback? The regular season doesn't start until September 4th, when the Eagles host the Cowboys. But the real story might be unfolding right now in Berea, Ohio, where a young quarterback is rewriting expectations one practice at a time. What do you think? Is Sanders the real deal, or are we getting caught up in training camp hype? And more importantly, if you were the Browns coaching staff, would you be brave enough to hand the keys to a rookie when a playoff run is on the line? Let me know in the comments below, because this story is just getting started, and something tells me we're all going to remember exactly where we were when Shedeur Sanders shocked the football world.